I made videos on YouTube before already, but I took them down cause fuck them. They was videos of me during the journey to where I've gotten today, and that's all bullshit. I'm not finna put that there to y'all. Today I want to talk about some real shit when it comes to life, because lately I've been seeing a lot of videos of people around my age that are younger, and they saying a lot of shit that I would think in my mind. Either some things now, but mostly in the past, because the mindset isn't the same as it was. Like now, it's not the same. So it's this thing about life and this feeling that it's pointless. And this ain't new. This ain't new at all. But it's like we looking for a solution. You know what I'm saying? We looking for a solution / help. Especially when we post this shit on YouTube. And that's what I see a lot of people my age, mainly men. I don't really see a lot of females doing this, but it's all there. I'm seeing it. I'm like, man, why ain't you saying nothing, man? Why ain't you posting nothing, man? You know what I'm saying? They ain't no different than you. But you need to do that. You know what I'm saying? So when we talking about life, they've said it all. And I'll say it again. Life is a bitch. It is. You can say whatever you want. Be as optimistic as you want. Life a bitch. It is. And if you feel it's not, then something wrong in your mind. Because when you really just slow down and think about the way this country operates, and the world a bitch. But I live in the U.S., so I'm gonna talk about this country. And when I say, no, when we say the world a bitch, the world is fucked up, this, that, you always gotta remember, we are not talking about the world when we say the world fucked up. See, outside of human thought and everything that it has created in our life, our as in humans, it's like paradise. You can almost call it heaven. And it's all around us, separate from our bubble. I call it bubble that we live in, us humans. So when we say that this world is just fucked up in all the ways it is, we're not talking about the world. We're talking about our bubble of human thought, because that's where all of this came from. Once upon a time, none of this bullshit was here. But we forget that. I don't even think we forget. It's just not taught. So how would you ever think to have the thought? You can't experience anything without the thought. If it's not there, then nothing's going to come after. Because there will be nothing after, because nothing was there in the first place. And that's halfway why it seems like it's paradise on the outside of our bubble that we live in, as in nature and everything around us, because they are free from this goddamn thought. See, thought is useful. We adapt it to have it like every other species. You know what I'm saying? Keeps you alert so you can survive. This, that. But we changed it into something way fucking different. And I know it might sound like I'm getting off track, but this is going to connect into it. Because, see, this is why I said it seems like people always posting something for a solution / help. But see, it'll become an addiction, because you'll keep on trying to find the solution, trying to find the help. Same thing with the person posting it. They want to find a solution, and they also just trying to spill shit out from their perspective. But they also, not all of them, I'm just being real, it's also a sign of wanting help, wanting a fucking answer. Because, like, Why is it so hard to get an answer? This shit is stupid. Let me put it on the internet, and whatever happened, happened. That's the type of mindset that this bullshit will put you in. You won't feel like you directly gonna ask for help, but you still just, let me just put this shit out there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting tired of seeing that shit. Because see, we live in like I said, I'm gonna talk about my country. This ain't my country, this country that we live in. And we can call it, instead of country, I'll call it society. And we have all been born and brought up in it in the exact same way. Yeah, certain things might be different in every state, but it all comes from the same type of shit, okay? So, like I said, just stay with me, because this will all connect. But first, you need to understand us. And then you gonna understand why life a bitch. And then you gonna understand why I feel like it's so hard to escape the way that all of this is set up. Because see, at the beginning of this video, I could have just said, hey, it ain't no escape. But that wouldn't make sense to a lot of people. So I'm not finna do that. I'm gonna slow down. We gotta understand us, okay? A little bit about me. Started off, it was just religion. Just trying to understand what this shit is. Nobody in my environment got a hunger for it. Nobody. Even the people in the religions. How the fuck I'm more hungry than you about your own religion that you've believed in since I was a kid or before I was even born, and I understand it more than you? Something ain't right. I don't believe you. You a fucking fraud. That's what it seems like. So I'm getting deeper and deeper and deeper. All right, I'm past religion, ancient civilizations, crazy shit. And I mean crazy. Maybe I'll talk about it in a video in the future. Not right now though. And then I get over to, you know, the science of it, the metaphysics, the quantum world, all that bullshit. And then it's one thing I don't know why I left out. Us. Think about us. We the only species that can talk, that built the world out of nothing. So why the fuck am I not trying to learn about us? And this was like really the last main thing I thought to ever understand and go deep about. So I'm thinking about us, human concepts, realizing that everything that we know, it came from us. Because who else could it couldn't come from a cat, a dog. It couldn't come from none of them. It all came from us. I'm realizing that now. And so, and since that's true, like I'm going all the way to the very bottom, from my name to me being called a human. That's also a human concept. All of it. All of it. I'm taking it all away because it came from us. What was there before? Because that's how life was before we came along, created language, and made me who I am, or who I am called, who this is called. Okay, human being, organism, whatever, organism, this, that, a thing, anything. They are human concepts. Take them all away. What is there? You have no words to say because every single word you use comes from human concepts. So in other words, the closest word you could use is nothing. But we don't like that word, nothing. Oh, it's nothing. I'm nothing? Nah, we don't like that. But that's the closest word. But you shouldn't even have to use, you shouldn't use that even, because that's a human concept. Take away nothing. What are you? What is this? And it's just, that's what it is. I just said it, but I didn't say anything because it has no name. What is this? It's because it has no name. And like I was talking about the bubble, everything on the outside of the bubble, that's the exact same thing. And we not gonna give it a name because our concepts cannot possibly explain it. Outside of our bubble, it is fucking heaven everywhere. And it's been functioning the exact same way forever. All the things that go on through our life, it don't got shit to do with nothing on the outside. And everything I'm saying, don't dare say this is my opinion, because if you a sensible, intelligent, average person, you will realize everything I'm saying, you been knew. You always knew. You always knew. Everything I'm saying, you know this is true. You know it's true. You just never really thought about it. Like I said, stay with me. Everybody always want the quick answer, the simple solution, the fast food. Just wait. Because the good shit gonna come. Just wait. This is why we always on YouTube trying to understand this, that. Because it's all the same. But see, I'm not gonna say what I'm finna get to is something that was from somewhere else. No, it's something that you already know. And I know that sounds silly, but you already know what I'm finna get to. So, we know everything came from humans. We taking everything away. But we gonna leave a couple of information that we understand now. Okay, so you know it's a body here. Very intelligent, living 25/8, functioning 25/8. It don't got shit to do with nothing that you got going on in your goddamn life. It's just doing what it do. Flowing, being like water, just like everything else on the outside of the bubble. Because this body is also, this body also belongs to the outside of this bubble. But something got a hold of it in a way. And that's what I'm gonna talk about. Remember, it's a body, and then there's thought. Thought helps all these species function how they do. And you can't forget that the one main thing that the brain is there for is for movement. You gotta realize that it's a living organism here. You know what I'm saying? I hate to have to put labels on shit. There's no way for me to communicate with you sanely though, in the society we live in and the way we talk. So I don't want to hear, oh, you still using I have to. How else am I going to talk to you right now? So it's an intelligent organism living, okay? And it's thought. And remember, humans, we the ones that turned out to have a brain that became more complex, okay? And so we were slower than a lot of animals. We still are slower than a lot of animals. So we have to adapt. There's plenty things about us that you can just see how we are inferior to other animals. Weaker than other animals. Just a lot of things lower than other animals. So we had to adapt or we would have died. And what is one of the main ways that helped us to survive? Our social tendencies, social shit, talking, being together, social. And now you can see it in 2023. Every fucking thing we do, we surrounded by us. It's all social shit. We would have been extinct like all them other species if we did not adapt. This survival of the fittest shit has been going on forever. Okay? So, now that you understand that, we became very social. And over time, what developed? Gibberish. Gibberish. And what is this gibberish I'm talking about? English, Spanish, French. It don't matter what it is. You can't forget. You're no different than any other animal. Because once upon a time, you didn't exist. Once upon a time, you ain't speak. You just didn't. What does the sound of a dog make? Roof, cat, meow, all these different sounds. And what am I doing? What am I doing? What I just said, that is the sound I'm making. The same thing, I hear another type of a race talk, like let's say Hispanic, and the stuff I can't understand shit. It sounds like gibberish. I start talking English around another race. They hear me talking. It's straight fucking what the fuck, blah, 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 blah. That's all they hear. But that's what I hear when you be talking. So you telling me y'all don't realize that we are all just saying gibberish? We're not really saying anything. We are taught from birth. The thought is constantly hearing this shit, memorizing, putting this shit all together. And now everything I'm saying to you right now, it is fluent as day. But also, this is when the downfall happens. This is when the bubble is created. This is when the bubble comes to life. This gigantic bubble with longevity, but very fragile, just like a bubble is. One small pop and it's over. And that's what we are in right now. And I say longevity because this bubble has been around for a long time now. But it can also end in an instant. In an instant. Our life we live in right now, it is from memory. Nothing else. If memory went away, it'll all be over. Everything will go back to the normal way. Fuck normal. It'll be heaven. I'm not going to say it'll be heaven again, because heaven is already here. And I keep saying heaven. I'm not talking about the Bible type of heaven, blah, 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 blah. But see, the definition of heaven that we have is this place where everything is just, I'm not going to say good. I'm not going to say that. It's supposed to be better than good, right? And that's what this is. You can't put a name on this shit. But then you hop into our bubble, fucking everything. And we got shit for that. We got cigarettes, we got blacks, we got weed, we got alcohol, we got drugs, we got sex, we got all this shit to try to help you. And you ain't never gonna be able to hop out the bubble. You know why? Because you don't belong out there. And who are you? Now, that's the next thing I'm gonna get to. Who are you? You don't belong on the outside of the bubble. And like I was talking about the human concepts, everything is a human concept. Even like my name, Kavante, your name, whatever that is, that's a human concept that was put there. And like I said about language, it's just gibberish, okay? So we took away all these concepts, so you don't even exist. You're just a creation out of elusive gibberish that created something. So remember, it's a living organism, a body, and then there's thought. Okay? Thought is memory. Okay? It's a protective type mechanism thing to help the organism survive. And so we did something. I'm not gonna say I know. It was a long time ago, but something happened in our goddamn brain that separated us from all of this shit. Everybody is trying to chase just this happiness, this peace, that. But you will never be able to get there because you are not really there. You're just a thought. Everything is one, and it always has been. It's all one. But we created this bubble where we created this gibberish, okay? There's thought, and there's a baby. No, I mean, in a body, okay? I mean, there's thought and there's a body. Okay, so there's this baby. And so society has already been invented. Also the gibberish, because I can't really see society being invented without language, the gibberish. So the parents have already been conditioned by the society to understand this shit, to understand that you need a name, this, that. So there's just thought, body. It's a living organism, no different than anything else. That baby is basically on the outside of the bubble because it has not been conditioned yet. It's not somebody yet. It's just life there. That little thing is just life. That's not somebody. It's not a baby. It's none of that. Fuck them labels. We create that shit, and that's when the torment comes. You know why you don't want to be. You know why you're not happy? Because you think you are there. You think as long as you are there, you will not be happy. As long as you are there, you will want to be happy. As long as you get what I'm saying? As long as you are there, it'll always have something to do with you. But you're not really there. There's just a thought of you. It's all thought. And this is happening. It's billions of humans on this earth now. It's happening to all of us simultaneously. Not just this country, but every other country. It's all conditioned throughout all of us. It's spread worldwide. It's literally how we function now. If me saying this, I know this shit doesn't even sound, I don't know, like real to a lot of people. I don't know how to explain it, because like, how can I say it doesn't sound real? I'm breaking down simple shit that we all understand. You just never thought to think about it. But that's what I never understood. Why don't a lot of people think about this stuff? I'm nobody. It started with me just looking up. This shit don't make no goddamn sense. And so I'm hitting all these different aspects that I didn't even say. Yeah, I mentioned religion, that, but it was so much. And I just kept seeing the truth about this, that. And the truth was never something that made you smile. It was like, what the fuck? I've been getting lied to. Or it was something that you would never think. It'll be fake. It'll be this, that. What the fuck? And it was like a type of torture thing. You never finding the truth about something like, oh, wow. No, it was always something like, what the, it just make you say, what the fuck? It never make you smile. It's kind of like a serious face, because it just, lies are necessary for society to operate. We run off lies. And whoever came up with that saying, the truth hurt, I don't even think that motherfucker understood what they just said. I don't even think they understood how deeply that is the truth. I don't. I think they just said it. The truth hurts. It's not a lot of more things to say that's more truer than that. It's just not. The truth and lies are necessary. That too. Both of those shape our society. So, back to what I was saying. There's a body in this. I know I said that a lot. You need to remember that, though, because that's all that's there. Everything else is a thought. There's nothing else there. It's just memory. The gibberish is memorized. And so now you can say, your name is Matt. Your name is Jacob. Your name is Joe. And that thought that was been accumulating over this 4 or 5 years, whatever, when a young kid started understanding language, maybe 4 or 5 years old, I don't know. Around that age, now the thought is taking that in. Your name is Joe. And boom, a type of disorder shit happened up here in the brain. And now that the thought is just, I don't even know why I didn't mention this. I was just getting so deep into what I was talking about. Y'all need to study this. And I'm not going to say that everybody knows this, because everybody just doesn't come to them to think about this shit. So, y'all need to understand what I'm finna say. The brain is hallucinating on itself, okay? Study this shit, okay? The brain is literally hallucinating. This is why I said it's like a disorder. It literally it strips us from everything around us instantly and makes us an individual. We are not one with everything anymore. As soon as that baby is born, as soon as it's of that age to understand that gibberish, it literally just destroys something in the fucking brain that cannot be reversed. You are somebody. You are something. And that's where the disaster happens. And it's happening simultaneously. Who knows how many babies was just born while I'm saying this shit? Who knows how many little kids is about the age of when they starting to understand language and they finna get fed this goddamn name. And now they somebody. They an individual. They are separate from everything else. And that's when the trouble comes. This is why we be feeling alone. This is why we feeling life is pointless. This is why we feeling all of this shit. You know why we be feeling this? Because you are there. And I know I said so much shit. It says like 25 minutes right now. I'm probably going to go back through and take out the parts where I stopped talking for a little bit. But that just comes to show I wasn't playing when I said it is shit you need to understand before I can just spill shit out to you. The reason we be feeling like life a bitch, this, that. And it's all because you are there. If you are not there, then how the fuck are you gonna feel anything? It don't matter if it's happy, feeling not happy, this, that. It's because you are there. And I'm not finna say certain emotions aren't there. But see, this is what's really going on. You say you're feeling unhappy. No, you're not there. There's just feeling unhappy there. That's all that's there. But nothing's wrong with that. There is no good and bad. Everything just goes. But we can't shake that. It's no good and bad at all. So you're saying if somebody killed somebody, something, you cool with it? See, why the fuck do you got to do that? I'm not saying it's cool to do that. I'm not saying it's not cool to do that. I'm not saying anything because there's nothing to say. And that is how life is on the outside of our bubble. Everything just happens. It's a happening. No, it's no controller. There's nothing trying to control shit. It's just a happening. And it's been happening for fucking billions of years. And here we come. Here we come, the fucking humans. Here we come. And we think we somebody, literally. Created a whole world out of thought. And so now I have to be somebody in this world. I'm a little kid and I'm growing up. I'm hearing all the time, you have to be somebody. Find yourself when you get older. Find what you want to be. Do this, that. It's so funny. It's so funny. Think about it. Because what I'm talking about, how there is no self. But if I say that to the average person that's conditioned in our society, they won't get it. But those same people will say to the little kid, find yourself, something. That makes no sense. Find yourself. It's like y'all playing in your own face. It's so funny. It's not. I don't even know why I said that. It's fucking just, I don't know, man. I don't even know. It's fucking crazy. I guess crazy and I ain't word for it. But yeah, man, what I'm talking about, like, it's sad. It should be for everybody, but I hate that I gotta say it ain't for everybody. Just because it might be too much for it to click with you. Because I'm getting to the fundamental of the fundamental about what all these people are posting about. But they staying on the surface, and it's not their fault. Because we are not here. There's just thought and the accumulation of thought. And who conditions us? Society. Society conditions you. Okay? You have to realize that you cannot experience nothing without the knowledge of it first. And then it becomes real. It becomes real. This is what I mean when I say everything is just a happening. You can't put a label on this shit on the outside of the bubble because there's no need for it. And it never was and it never will be. And there is no label for it. Because you can't explain this shit. The best way to explain this shit is literally to say it's... But people won't understand that. This is to This is to help you. I ain't gonna say this is to help you, because there's nothing that you need help with. Okay? We have been fucking fucked over. I'm not gonna say that this shit is gonna help you, because there's nothing that you need help from. Okay? Life is a bitch. Okay? It is. Okay? And it will never change. I'm sorry, I'm telling you, it will never fucking change. We are stuck in this shit. Realize this. Think about how our society works. Who are the people that make the most money? The people that are most comfortable. The people that are somebody. They are somebody. The fatter the ego, the fatter the pocket. Who got one of the fattest egos in our society? I'll say a judge, for an example. They are somebody. They literally feel like they are there. I got power. I can do this. I can do that. The more you got, the more money you gonna make. You gotta be somebody. Who makes the most money at these companies? The CEOs. They somebody. You gotta be somebody. It don't matter if it's Instagram, this, that. Who are getting attention? The people that seem like they are somebody. Realize that. Slow down and realize the reality that is going on. We run off of the self. The self. It's an illusion. Remember, everything that I'm saying to you right now means nothing. It means nothing so much that I feel like it's pointless for me to be saying this shit to you. But the only way to help you realize that it is pointless is for me to say it to you. And that's the one thing that I hate, but there's no other way. But once I do tell you, I ain't never got to say it again. I wish I didn't have to in the first place, though. I wish this type of shit just came over people. And I'm not going to stand here and try to act like all of this just came alone to me, okay? Because I did feel alone for a very long time. Not one motherfucker, not one. And I came across this person called Alan Watts. Shit hit me deep, because a lot of shit he was saying, I'm like, bruh, like I used to see myself just standing up with him, talking about that shit, a lecture, just talking with him. Not even really learning, just talking with him. And nobody in my environment understood this shit, just came to him. It just didn't. Shit ate me up, man. Shit killed me. It felt so fucking lonely. Because when you get this deep, this fundamental, it has nothing to do with what society conditions us to be like. And this is who the other person I was going to talk about, ugkrishnamurti. Alan Watts was the first. It's just, I finally found somebody that connected with what I was talking about. UG though, it was a done deal. It hit too hard. And I don't remember the last time I tried to understand something from somebody or try to learn. I don't remember the last time. I don't. Because yeah, it was cool to hear Alan Watts what he was talking about, because it was just flowing through me. It wasn't really like me trying to take something in. Like, yeah, he said some stuff from his perspective in different words. It was the same thing I was saying. It was from his different words though. So I took some of that in, but it was really just flowing through. So I was just listening. But when I came across UG, it stopped. Because I don't know, something hit me inside. It was like, because I remember he used to always talk about like, this is pointless. You wasting your goddamn time sitting here with me in this house. I was just, it just hit so different. And I'm like, I think I got all of this wrong. Like, what the fuck am I accumulating this knowledge for? What the fuck is the point? It don't matter if it was just comfortable It don't matter if it was just enjoyable to hear somebody else that was on what I was on. That shit was doing nothing for me. It wasn't gonna help anything. Yeah, I understand the truth about this, that. But what now? I just kept on going. And once he said all that shit, I realized, like, bro, you right. What the fuck am I doing this shit for? I'm done listening to you. And I wish I could have said that shit to his face, because I know he would have fucking respected it. He would have respected it so much, he wouldn't even gave a fuck if I would have said that. And in him not giving a fuck, I know that's the type of respect. A lot of people, they wouldn't understand what I'm saying, but that is respect right there. He gonna look at me like he don't give a fuck. Like, get the fuck away from me. I want that. I want that. Because that's real. That's what I need. That's what I needed. Only it was from a different, it was indirect, because it was through a screen. Videos that was made before I was even born. And that's what I was missing. What the fuck am I chasing this shit for? I already understand this shit, bro. But why was that small piece left out? This memory. All of this is shaped by memory. We are tortured by memory. This shit is not real. It is born out of elusive gibberish. Everything. It don't matter what we do in our everyday life. All of it. It is pointless. Useless. It is, there's no words to describe it, how fucking pointless all of this bullshit is. It has nothing to do with the life that is on the outside of that bubble. I have nothing to do with the life that is on the outside of that bubble. And I will never be able to get there. You will never be able to get there. You know why? Because you don't belong there. Because you are not real. You are not real. Think about our bubble. Everything we do. Let's say someone dies, a murder happens, something. The whole fucking world over that shit. Oh my God, you were murdered, some. That the person that killed somebody, they family. Oh, y'all, how dare you, something. Just think up, slow down, and just act like you looking from third person. You just watching everything, okay? And you taking all of that in. And now think about what we do to every single other animal. We don't give a god. We could give fucking less. We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn. We could care less. We don't give a fucking damn. We go to our, we go out to eat, this, that. Man, them motherfuckers got butchered, got slaughtered, got just all that. I'm just talking about animals. We can talk about just the environment, everything we do. You know why we do that? Because we self-entitled, we self-righteous, we selfish. We think we fucking better than every other thing. We think it was put here for our benefit. That don't make sense though. First, one thing, we wasn't even here before. Second thing, we came from this shit. We wasn't made. Don't fucking ask, how was I made? You wasn't fucking made. You grew like a fucking plant. Did you know that you are made of about 98% stars? And we can go way back. And I'm not going to say that that Big Bang shit is perfectly accurate. But we do know that the stars was here before us. So it's that dot. And then it's all that shit, the plank and all that shit, and then the stars, and then there's galaxies. And just in case I'm wrong, maybe it was galaxies, then stars. I forgot. Either fucking way. It came before us. And now we study us and shit, stardust, all throughout here. Interesting. Study it. It's right there. There's plenty of other weird shit you can learn about space. We spinning at like 1,000 miles per hour, the earth is. It's just random shit. But see, this is what I'm talking about. That's knowledge, the accumulation of knowledge, wanting to go learn this, that. I'm just telling you shit from memory. When we talk about people that's smart, the smartest people, oh, they smart. They think about what it means to be smart. All it means is someone that just has more memory. They accumulated more memory. That's all we mean when we say somebody is smart. Think about it. So, knowledge is not going to help us. Because that knowledge is thought. And thought is memory. And thought was originally a protective type mechanism. We changed it into something fucking else. Now today, we wake up, oh, memory, oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, I gotta go do the, Instagram stuff. We using it for the dumbest and we wasting all this energy. This is energy. And it's just going to waste. It's just going to waste. It's all going to waste. Everything we do. And I want to try to get more on track about how life is pointless, because I was seeing some video. I mean, I'm not finna act like I wasn't staying on track, because it's things you have to understand what the fuck is really going on. Because I just kept seeing so many videos that were so similar when it comes to how life is pointless. But you gotta get deep. You gotta go to the beginning to understand everything on top. Not halfway and then go up. Because what about all this shit? Nobody cares about that shit. So, man. So, on a lot of videos, I was seeing how, like, you know, they didn't have a lot of money and shit, you know what I'm saying? Maybe staying with a family, this, that. I'm going to tell y'all right now, man, I'm going to be straight up with y'all, just so y'all understand. Maybe I'm not exactly where y'all at, but I'm very close, okay? Still stay with my parent, okay? I don't really see the next move I'm going to make at all. I'm turning 21 on the 16th. It's like December 8th right now. I don't see no moves I'm gonna make. I don't see any of it. Told my parent straight up to the face, I don't see nothing in my future. I don't see nothing. I don't want to be nothing. I don't want none of this shit. And that's not no ignorance talking. That's knowledge talking. Because it's fucking pointless. This is set up. And this is another thing that ugkrishnamurti says. And it's a good term. It is a good term. And it's called the value system. It makes perfect sense. It's not hard to understand. Every single thing we take value to. Everything that shapes the world we literally live in. Everything that shapes the thought patterns, the simplest thought patterns that we have throughout our everyday life. It is all made from the value system. Same way you say you going through this, you going through that, blah, 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 blah. And guess what? And that all comes from the value system. Because anything on the outside of the bubble, if it's not there, then you know it's fake. You know it is not real. It is an illusion immediately. You know it is an illusion immediately. So like I keep saying, yeah, life a bitch. And I'm speaking from the elusive bubble we live in. Because that's the only way I can communicate to you right now. The other version, I could really just say that this is entertainment, what I'm doing with you right now. Like a movie, it's a drama. And I'm acting it out to you right now. Because that's really what our life is. You know what I'm saying? It is kind of the life of everything else on the outside of our bubble. But I mainly want to talk about our bubble as being the drama. Because damn, it's so much bullshit that go on in this motherfucker for real. It's fucking crazy. And so, birth is at the beginning. All this fucking drama, just things going on. And then death. And that's the end of the movie. That's literally what our life is. It's just a drama. A drama on a stage with things going on, and then the show ends and it's over. And that's really what it is. That's what's really happening when I'm talking to you right now. All them videos, you trying to get help, this, that. They are all from the same fucking value system. They are not gonna help you. They not. Think about it. You are not there. So how can you have those problems? But they tell you you are. You have to be. Because this shit is what shapes society. This is why I say lies are necessary. The truth fucking hurts. The truth will destroy all of this shit. instantly. I will get murdered if I became famous and talk about this shit. Then again, it was already people famous talking about this shit. You get what I'm coming from, though. Society, people on top, no. You gonna die, for real. They gonna kill you. And I be thinking about that about me sometimes. Like, realize how long this society shit has been going on. They gonna want that motherfucker to go. You telling people that they ain't really there. You need to go to an asylum. It's funny. The people that are sane belong in the insane asylum. That's crazy. Man. Back to what I was saying, though. I got way off track, man. I ain't even mean to do that. I'm gonna go back to when I was talking about how I was still with my parent and shit, and I don't really know what my next move is. That's okay to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you gotta realize how we live. We pay other people, check this, we pay other people so you and me can live. We pay others so we can live. That's fucking crazy. And that's just crazy. There's really nothing else to say. And there's too many things that are the same like that. It don't matter if it's land, this, that. All they do is say they control. All they say is they sign a contract. Bro, that's nothing, bruh. You took that from a goddamn tree. Take away the knowledge of what you called it and what is really there. That paper, what is there? It's just nothing. The fuck? Why you think if you put it in front of a different species, they probably gonna eat it? Because that's really what it was for. That's really what it was for. It ain't shit there. It's bullshit. It don't mean nothing in real reality. The brain is hallucinating on itself, thinking it is somebody, all because of this gibberish that was created by us. None of this shit is real, y'all. It's just not. The reason we feel like life is a bitch, we feel like it is pointless, is because you are there. And let's say we said, how do you get rid of you? So, and since I can't feel happy, and since everything is a happening, and let's say happiness was here, I wouldn't say I'm happy. I would just say there's happiness here. Let's say I wanted that. I just want happiness here. Not fuck me. I just want the happiness. Okay? It don't work like that, man. Think about it. How can you get rid of you? And there is ways. I'm not going to talk about that, though. That is a discussion. I've talked about it before plenty times. Alan Watts also has too. But see, the value system is a tricky motherfucker, because everything that we know is an accumulation of all the shit that we have heard in the society that we live in, and we use it in almost every type of conversation we have with another. So it is so hard to talk about this type stuff when we start talking about that, about how can the self go away? How can the self go away? And I'll tell you this, man, because I really don't like talking about this, but I will say this. And Alan Watts, you know what? I'm going to just say what Alan Watts said, okay? He said this one time, and it is very simple. And it already makes sense. Like I said, on the outside of the bubble, everything is like water. It just flow. It's just a happening. So what he said is basically, You sit back and watch. You just sit back and watch. Just flow with it. It's a happening. But that's very hard to do, ain't it? In a world that forces us to control, to not let go, but to keep on holding, having tension, controlling, doing this, doing that, instead of just letting go and flowing like everything, like a leaf blowing in the wind. How can I just watch? And hopefully I can connect with the people that's watching this, that listened this whole time. Hopefully I can connect with them when I say this. I'm in this type of predicament right now too. Just trying to watch. Just trying to sit back and watch. But because Alan Watts also, he tries to give people, I guess people that's new to this, he tries to give them some leeway, because he'll try to say, because it is true, this is what's really here, the body and thought. Forget you. It's a living organism. You know, when we say you and me, we're scared to die. I don't want to die. Yeah, you don't want to die because you are going to die. The thought of you is going to die. You were never there. But the body is immortal. It's going to go back to everything. You never belonged. You are a fiction of, you are imaginative, an illusion needed to be inside of this society that we have created. And so, like I said, I'm in the same, how to just to watch. For real, I thought about a lot of things. Since there's literally no way, and all these things I'm doing to try to get away from feeling these type of ways, is just gonna make it worse. Because see, we suffer because we desire. We want to find purpose. We want this, that. As long as you are there, all that shit gonna be there. And I understand that. So fuck trying. Fuck not trying. But that's something too. And you know where all of this shit is coming from? It's coming from knowledge. And so at this point I can say, just stop thinking. But now you thinking about stopping thinking. This shit get deep. So, there's no way out. Some, not gonna talk about all of them. But like I said, I sit back and watch. I thought about so many. How it's a living organism, free from all the bullshit we got going in life. Thought about buying a heart stethoscope. In the times when this world, it dragged me back in, because me is a part of this world. I will never be able to get outside the bubble. You won't either, because the self belongs to the value system. It was born out of the value system. This idea of the self. So, thought about getting a heart stethoscope. Times when life, it just is being a bitch. Put it up to my heart. Hear that heart pumping. That has always been pumping. The times when I'm not even thinking about breathing, because forget you. This body doesn't need you. Why do you think it keeps doing it perfectly when you don't even think about doing it? When you are sleeping. When you are sleeping. This is what I'm talking about. You are not there. This is just sleeping. Why do you think it keeps doing it? And it's just functioning, all this bullshit, all this struggling over money, this, that, all the things we got going in life. This shit is not real. But if you are born human, if you are a fucking human, you will be conditioned to be a self. You will be conditioned to be in the goddamn society that we are stuck in. Fuck this government. Fuck this world. I mean the bubble. Fuck our bubble. Fuck me, fuck the self, fuck it all. We didn't ask for this. But see, we didn't ask for this. As if it didn't happen to us, we would still be here. No. Because outside of the bubble, like I said, Fuck, there are none of them labels. It's just nothing. And in that nothing is the peace that we are striving and longing for. That's what we want, that everlasting peace. And it is in that nothing. But we can't get there. Man. But we can't get there. So, like, that's what I said. You know what I'm saying? I thought about getting a stethoscope, just put it up to my heart, just listen to the heartbeat. Not my heart, just listen to the heart. Reminding I'm not really here. It's just life. It's life going on here. No matter what bullshit going on in this bitch ass bubble we call life. Cause none of this shit fucking matter. Humans, we are the fucking enemy of this place. And in my opinion, the sooner we are gone, the better. Everything will get back to normal. Man, it's so sad. It's so sad. And I'm going to say it again. It's heaven all around us, man. And let me talk about what I mean when I keep saying heaven. Please don't bring up all the religious and all that. They human concepts. What are you trying to get saved from? There is nothing to save. You are not there. There's just a thought of you there. Everything is thoughts. Oh my God. With all the feelings I had, he saved me from this, that. What are you talking about? Everything is, you can't experience anything without the knowledge. You got knowledge of this, that, and then you said, I feel like this. The only reason you can say you feel like this is because you got knowledge about that, whatever that this is, and now you can put it onto the self. Because also you have the idea of you being there too. So that plus that, I feel this. And then the experience comes. The elusive experience. You can't experience anything without the thought. So, all this is a part of the value system we built. And it's crazy. For your elusive problems, I'm going to give you elusive measures to help that. Therapy. Drugs, all the things we got. All the things we got. And look at everything else on outside the bubble. Just see the comparison. Something ain't right. The things we do. How dare you say therapy is bad? How dare you say something? How dare I? And I don't even want to hear that opinion. Because that's not your opinion. It was put there. In the beginning, there was a body. And then there was thought. And everything else came after. It was picked up somewhere else. You can't say that's your opinion. You can't say that's your perspective. You got it picked up from somewhere else. And I don't want to hear y'all say this is my opinion. Because I'm talking about what you know too. All I have to do is ask you, take away. I want you to take away all these human concepts of what you know. What are you? So my name, yeah, take it away. Okay, human, take it away. Organism, take it away. A thing, take it away. What are you? Yeah, that's the it's so funny, man. Take away everything about everything. What is there? In our language, we would say nothing. But that's not there. That's not what's there. What is there is, and we're not going to give it a goddamn name because it don't have no damn name, man. All right, we coming up on an hour. Understand, I hope this just resonated with some of y'all, man, because I don't even want to say some of y'all. I hope it does with everybody. This shit gets so deep, man. Remember, there's a living organism in harmony with everything else all around. Fuck all of this shit, man. Fuck all of this shit. It don't mean shit. Life is not something to figure out. It's to be experienced. It's to be experienced. So just experience. Find a way, just experience, man. Remember, you are not really there. So it ain't shit to stress about. Remember, that heart beating day in and day out. Don't matter what's going on in our bubble, because this body is on the outside of the bubble. Don't ever forget, it ain't shit to worry about. It never was. All right, y'all, I'm out.